And the more emotional flair you can bring in to your story, right? The deeper you go, right? The more they're going to connect and resonate. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Henry Kaminski from uniquedesigns.net. And in this video, I'm going to help you craft your brand's story. Let's get into it. All right, guys, let me share screens with you real quick and walk you through this framework. Now, I received this framework from Donald Miller, so I want to give credit where credit's due. He's the brand story guy. Love his content, love what he's doing out there in the marketplace. Truly a subject matter expert when it comes to branding, wrote some really great books. I highly recommend you go check them out. And this framework that you're looking at right now, it helped me tremendously with building my brand story and crafting my message to help it resonate with my audience. And so let me share with you and sort of walk you through this quickly so you get an understanding of how important it is to have a framework like this that you can use to build a very powerful message and a very powerful story that's going to resonate with your ideal client. All right. So if you're an authority brand, so if you're a coach, consultant, speaker, author, influencer, and you want to put yourself as the main character of this story, okay? And there's something that you want in life, there's something that you want in business, and you're having a hard time achieving that, or there's an issue with achieving those end desired results because there's a problem. And there's a problem internally, there's a problem externally, and there's a problem philosophically inside of your head or outside that is preventing you from achieving your goal. So for example, an external problem may be you just don't have the resources, you don't have the tools to execute on that goal. Some internal issues, maybe there's a mindset, maybe there's some limiting beliefs inside of your head that are holding you back from getting to where you want to be, right? And then there'll be some philosophical issues. Maybe it's the lens that you see life through. Maybe the bad guy always wins, or you are always the victim in the story, right? And there may need some change there, right? You may need to get out of that thinking in order to create that life or create that business that you're looking for, right? So as you continue on the brand story, right, and you're struggling with your problems, you find a guide who understands your fears. And that guide is able to empathize with you. And that guide is that authority figure in your life, right? So for example, my mentor at the time, back when I was struggling back in 2014, 13, was Russell Brunson. And one of his guides was Tony Robbins, right? And so he used Tony Robbins as sort of his foundation and got him the mindset that he needed, the business acumen that he needed to really take his brand to the next level. And when I was struggling, I was looking for that guide, right? And so through his podcast and through ClickFunnels, I was able to nail him down and hire him as my mentor, right? And I was able to really share my story with him, and he understood where I was struggling, because it wasn't too long before that he was going through the same things, the same issues, right? So what he did was he gave me a plan, right? And so what guide, what mentor, what person came into your life, what entity came into your life that you were able to grab onto as that clutch, as that trusted advisor? And what guide did they give you? What plan did they give you, right? And what did you do to take action, right? In order to directly and transitionally bring you to the success or perhaps the failure that you experienced in your life. So after that mentor gave you that guide, gave you that plan and called you to action, what were the direct things you did in order to get that end desired result, whether it be success, or what did you do that tripped you up and brought you into perhaps another failing moment in your life? So that's that. The transitional call to action may be, maybe the part of the plan was for you to sharpen your axe. Maybe part of the plan was for you to master your craft. So what were the things that you did in order to make all of that happen, to bring you the success in your life, or to bring you the tragedy in your life, right? What were some of the additional things that tripped you up after the plan was presented and after you took action, right? These are the monumental moments. These are the minutia that your audience truly wants to know and understand before they become part of your tribe, before they decide that you are the subject matter expert and you are the one that they want to follow, okay? So after you take action on that plan, right, that's going to result in successful results or tragic results. And so we want to know, as your ideal client, right, or your ideal audience, we want to know the successful results that you've gained from going through this backstory, right? We want to know how you failed. We want to understand your vulnerabilities. We want to know all of this, right? So this is a phenomenal framework you can use to help bring your brand story to life. And when you do this and use this framework, it makes life a hell of a lot easier. I did 2 mini documentary videos that you could check on my website that I use this framework for, and it worked tremendously well to articulate that message clearly and efficiently. Because when you have that framework, it just makes life a hell of a lot easier, right? So what I want you to understand is, without telling this story, you're just another one of those folks that are peddling a service, peddling a product, and you don't stand out. And we all know, this is Simon Sinek 101 now, when you come to market, people don't give a shit what you are or how you do it. They want to know why you're doing what you're doing, right? And the more emotional flair you can bring in to your story, right? The deeper you go, right? The more they're going to connect and resonate. And one of the biggest mistakes I see clients doing today before they come on board the Brand Accelerator program is that they are not understanding what is relevant to their audience and how to connect on an emotional level through their advertising spend to get a visitor to convert, to get them through their marketing and sales funnel. How you speak to people who have no idea who you are versus the folks that kind of know who you are versus the folks that really know who you are, trust who you are, like who you are. When that message isn't clearly articulated, that's where you waste a ton of time, a ton of money, and a ton of energy. And so what I want to do is, if you found this video valuable, I invite you to book an introductory consult call with me. There's probably a link underneath this video or a button underneath this video. And in this call, I'm going to really help you get the clarity and focus that you're probably missing out on, that is preventing you from communicating clearly with your audience. When you put the right message in front of the right people, That's where the magic happens, guys, right? So this is where most people fail. This is where most authority brands struggle when it comes to generating lead, qualified lead, and converting that lead into a loyal client and a high-paying client. And so this is the brand story framework that I highly suggest you put your business through, right? But if you want to work on a more deeper level on this, and you really want me to facilitate this with you, then that is another conversation that we could chat about during our intro call and see if it's a good fit or not. So I hope you got some value out of this. Guys, drop some comments below. Let me know your biggest takeaway. Let me know if you have any additional questions. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do. I will be here consistently bringing you as much value as I possibly can to help you build a profitable and reputable brand and help you build a brand identity that you're proud to promote, that's going to resonate with your audience and really help you take your business to the next level. So have an amazing day, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.